Hello and welcome to episode 10 of the Liberty for Philly podcast. I'm your host, Mitchell. That's Jared. Let's get right into the sports action. Let's start off with the Philadelphia Phillies, which is the shirt. Today is almost probably every podcast I've worn a Philly shirt.
Never mind.
They won against the Braves last night, 12-2. They play them tonight with a lineup of McCutchen, Segura, Harper, Realmuto, Bohm, Gregorius, Miller, and Abdul Herrera. And our good friend Vince Velasquez is on the mound tonight. So, Jared, what are your thoughts on this team these past couple games?
Well, I'm glad that they're winning. Philly's Twitter is on a roll. I can definitely say that. The Braves have not been here in the end of it. I'm very glad. I don't have any confidence going into this game though, because Vince Velasquez is pitching not in 2016. So
Well, the last time we won 6 straight games, I believe, Vince Velasquez was pitching against the Cleveland Indians in 2016.
exactly, it's not 2016 now, is it?
I'll have to look up. That was like a very funny tweet. It was like this lineup was like literally insane the last time it was like I think I saw Freddie
Andrew Knapp
Galvis.
and Tommy Joseph.
No, I didn't
Or no,
say
it's Cameron Rupp. My bad.
I don't even think Rupp was playing.
Then it would have been Andrew Knapp.
I don't think he was playing either. Oh, and other news to catch up the time while I try to look for the sweep. Former number 1 overall pick Mark Apple, making his first pitching appearance since 2017, is starting tonight for the Phillies Double-A team.
When was he the number 1 overall pick?
2015 or 16?
16 was Mickey Moniak.
15 or 14, though.
Who was he the number 1 overall pick for?
Phillies.
Oh. Must have been 2014.
Yeah, it must have been 2014. I need to find this.
Or no, it must have been 2015 then, because they were awful in 2014 as well.
True. Forget if our friend Salty Bitter Michigan fan was the one that retweeted it. But I can't remember.
Well,
so talking about the Phillies, Abdul Herrera seems to be on a hitting streak of some sorts and seems to be returning back to his 2016.
So is Francisco Lindor.
That is true, but Abdul Herrera is starting to look like his former self prior to 2019. Do you think if you think Abdul gets himself back up to speed, do you think he stays the permanent center fielder for the team, or do you think we still go out and trade for somebody at the deadline?
I still think they're going to end up trading for someone, but if Herrera maintains form, it won't be Joey Gallo.
Yeah, true. John Means might be a great pitcher at the deadline, but that probably won't happen.
Trade for him.
So here I found it. It was from UK Phillies on Twitter. They posted the lineup at the last time the Phillies won 6 games in a row. Vinny Velasquez pitched that game, and it was Abdul Herrera leading off, Freddie Galvis, Michael Franco, D. Hernandez, the pitcher.
Oh, David Hernandez. Wait. What position?
Pitcher.
Oh, David Hernandez. Okay.
Yeah. David Lau, Ryan Howard, Cameron Rupp.
I'm pretty sure it's David Lowe, but okay.
Hector Neris, Cesar Hernandez, Andres Blanco, and Peter Borges.
I'm pretty sure it's David Lowe, not Lau, but
David. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was Lowe.
Anyway,
but we beat them 2-1.
Ooh, Cleveland?
Yeah.
That wasn't the game where they walked off, was it?
Dang it, I forgot. I didn't see what the game was.
I think it was the Saturday game where they hit a walk-off home run. It was Ryan Howard who hit a walk-off.
Yeah, because I remember that game.
Me too. I was listening to the game on the radio. Scott Bransky did not sound too excited about it. He was just like, number 6 gets his 6th. I was like,
wow.
Sounded excited there, Scott. That was one of the rare times where I prefer the Tom McCarthy call.
Phillies versus Indians 2016, or the Cleveland baseball team, as it will probably soon be known as.
Redacted.
So it was the Sunday, May 1st game.
Okay, that was the day after the walk-off.
Yeah, the Indians had the lineup of Jose Ramirez, Jason Kempnis, Francisco Lindor, Carlos Santana, Yan Gomes, Tyler Naquin, Rajai Davis, Lonnie Chisenhall, Danny Salazar, Marlon Byrd, and Jeff Manship.
Marlon Byrd. That's a name for you.
But like, just to think that team was 10-12 going into Philadelphia, and they made it to the World Series that day. So the Phillies were 15-10, and the Indians were 10-12. One of those teams finished below 500 by a lot of games, and the other one went to the World Series.
What was Cleveland's record?
10-12.
And the Phillies were 12-10, right?
They were 15-10.
Oh, they're 15-10. They were good in the month of they were always good in the month of April. It's
Yeah,
just
so
May
that
they
to
crapped
start off,
themselves.
the season, they got swept by the Reds. Then they lost
They
one
got
to the
swept
Mets.
by the Reds. Are you serious?
Yeah, then they lost one to the Mets,
Jeez.
and then they won the next two against the Mets, and they lost
Oh,
to the
I know who
Padres.
pitched in their first win against the Mets. Vince Velasquez.
Uh, yes, he did. 9
And then you know who
strikeouts.
also pitched you know what happened the next time Vince Velasquez pitched? He threw a shutout.
Yeah, so then they played the Mets, and they won again, lost to the Padres.
I want that Vince Velasquez back.
Then they beat the Padres again. They beat the Padres again, and then they beat they won all but one game in a 4-game series against the Padres. Then
Oh yeah, the 4-game sweep. That's right.
and then the Nationals won the first 2 games, and the Phillies won the last series finale. Then the Phillies went on to lose the next two to the Mets. They beat the Mets. Meet the Mets. Okay.
Beat the Mets.
And then they swept. Then they won the first 2 games against the Brewers, then lost one to the Brewers, and then they beat the Phillies 1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5,
6,
6.
7, 8, 9, 10. No, I'm just kidding.
6, and then immediately the day after they lost to the Cardinals 10-3.
10-3. Sounds about right. Was that the game
Yeah.
where they were up 3-0, and then Adam Wainwright hit a 3-run home run, and then they scored like a million straight?
Yes. Jeremy
Oh.
Hellickson allowed 6 runs, and Brett Oberholzer allowed 4.
Oberholzer. Oh yeah, Jeremy Hellickson. I remember when he was on the team. He was not that good. He was their so-called ace, even though Aaron Harang was much better. Oh wait, that was the year before.
Also, our good friend Ben and Alec are both doing broadcasts for Garnet Valley today, so they will not be able to join us. Hopefully next week they can.
Well, that's quite unfortunate. But you know what else is unfortunate? The fact that the Phillies are probably going to end up losing because they have 2021 Vince Velasquez instead of 2016 Vince Velasquez.
Oh, do you know what I just realized? Odubel Herrera was an All-Star in 2016.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
And then who was the All-Star? When was Pat Neshek the All-Star? Was that the year after, or was that 2018? I know he was one in 2014 with the Cardinals, but no, he was definitely one. He pitched the second.
All-Star, and it still says he pitches for the.
He's gone. I think he retired.
Yeah, it still says he pitches for the Phillies, which is wrong. He's 40 years old.
It actually does say that, but
yeah,
okay.
His last appearance was June 19th, 2019 for the Phillies. He made it in 2017.
Yep.
And the Phillies that year finished 71-91.
Which year, 2017 or 16?
2016, and they were 2.5 games better than the Braves.
Lol, Braves.
The Mets and the Nationals both made the playoffs that year.
Yeah, well, the Mets lost in the wild card game. The Nationals lost in the first round. They to the Dodgers, I think, right? Yeah.
We all know the Cubs won the World Series that year.
Yeah.
Then the next year, the Phillies finished in last place with 66-96.
Nice.
Good times.
That was the year they might have gotten the. Man, that was pathetic.
And then 2018, we started to overachieve. And then 2019, we went 81-81, a game better than what we did the year before. And then in 2020, we all threw it away. But this year, however, going around the MLB, we're in first place in the NL East with a record of 18-15. The Mets are in second with 14-13. The Marlins are in third with 15-16. The Braves are in fourth with 15-17. And the Nationals are 13-15 and holding down last place.
But aren't they beating the Yanks right now?
Yes, they are currently beating the Yankees. And then in the NL Central, the Cardinals.
Yeah, nice but not nice. I don't like the Yankees, but I mean, it sucks that the Nationals have to be the one.
And then in the NL Central, the Cardinals are in first, the Brewers are in second, followed by the Cubs, Reds, and in last place, the Pirates. Then
remember when the Pirates were in first place?
Yeah, and then we got the NL West where we have the Giants in first, followed by the Padres. The Dodgers have lost 14 of their last 18 games.
Seriously?
Yep, they have lost
Wow.
14 of their last
I am
18.
not complaining. Did they win last night?
No.
Nice.
Then,
Again, this should be the Sunday night game, not the Phillies Braves again.
yeah, then we got the Dodgers. I mean, Dodgers in third, then the Diamondbacks, and then the Rockies in last place. Moving over to the American League, we got in the AL East, we got the Red Sox, Rays, Blue Jays, followed by the Yankees and Orioles. Then in the Central, we got the White Sox, Indians, Royals, Twins, and Tigers. Then in the AL West, we have the Athletics, Mariners, Asterix, and Rangers, and then the
The
Angels in
Asterisks,
last.
right.
And then we
Or
got the Angels in last
Astros, that
place.
works too.
So right now, the playoffs would be first overall in the American League would be the Boston Red Sox with a record of 20 and
Wow. I
13.
mean, that's not going to last much longer, but
Second place would be the Oakland Athletics. And then in third place, it would be the Chicago White Sox. Then the two wildcard teams would be the Cleveland Indians and the Seattle
the name
Mariners.
redacted and the Mariners, yeah, that will change.
So out of that, if this was our theoretical matchup, if it was the Mariners versus the Rays, I would definitely have the Rays. No, I would have the Indians winning, probably, right?
You just said the Rays,
Yeah,
Mariners, Rays, and then you changed, and then the name
it's
redacted.
it's the name redacted and the Mariners. I would probably have the name redacted winning. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, the name redacted. But why are we doing the playoff simulation right now?
Because
It's
we
early
can.
May.
Because
Mitchell, I get
yes.
you wish it was the World Series, but that means we'd have to start our senior year, and I don't want that.
Then who would you have winning? The Athletics or the Chicago White Sox?
Why are we doing this?
Because
Jeez. Do you like not want to? Do you already want the season to be over or something?
well, if it's over right now, the Phillies would be in the playoffs. So yes.
Yeah, I'd rather not have it be over right now. I'd rather play a full season.
Then I would probably have the Athletics winning because the White Sox are really injured right now.
Yeah, well,
And
the Athletics are also the Athletics, so
what about the Indians Red Sox, Jared? I know you're a Boston fan.
I'm not a Boston fan. I'm a Philadelphia fan. I just like Boston. There's a difference.
Well, would
A
you have Boston?
major difference. But
So right.
I'd actually have Boston win that one right now.
So who would
But
you have
however, I
winning?
think they'll lose
Yeah.
the AL. They'd lose the.
Who do you think would
AL
win,
East.
the Boston Red Sox or the Oakland Athletics in the
But what if
NL?
I said that the White Sox would win?
And it would be the White Sox Red
Yeah,
Sox.
the White Sox.
So who do you think would win that?
I just said the White Sox, Mr. Voice
Okay.
Crack over there.
Fine. Then the National League, it would be the Giants in first place.
My foot's asleep.
So who would win? Phillies, Cardinals.
Cardinals. It's not even a question.
It's the Phillies, not even a question. Moving on. Who would win? The Mets versus the Padres. Padres, right?
The Mets Padres. Yeah, probably.
So then Padres Giants. Who wins that?
Padres Giants. Padres.
So then Padres Cardinals. In your opinion, Padres Phillies in mine. For your case,
Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are gonna. If based off of this, the Cardinals would win the World Series.
based off of mine, the Phillies would lose to the Padres, but the Padres would go on to win the World Series, in my opinion. All right.
Yeah, so we both have the NL team going on.
Yeah, so I guess that's our early prediction at the moment that the
No,
NL
that's just the
champion.
based off of now. This is not my early prediction.
Shh.
No.
Sure. And people on Philadelphia Phillies Twitter are already saying Vince Velasquez will go throw a perfect game with 27 strikeouts.
Yeah, typical Phillies Twitter.
Max Scherzer got 10 strikeouts with
what?
Max Scherzer got 10 strikeouts in 4 innings so far.
That sounds like something Corey Kluber did against the Cardinals a few years ago. Yes, I'm a nerd. Okay. But yes, I mean I just remember Jim Jackson saying that. It was like Corey Kluber's got 10 strikeouts in like in like 4 or 5 innings. It's impressive. I think he had 18 strikeouts in 7 innings,
Yeah.
if I
So
remember correctly.
moving on to the Philadelphia 76ers, they're officially 2 games away from clinching the first overall spot, but technically they need to win 3 just in case the Milwaukee Bucks win out and win the rest of their games. Jared, do you think the Sixers are actually poised to make a deep run this year?
No, never will be. Hold on a second.
Moving on, the Bucks beat the Rockets. They play the Spurs on Monday, and then they play the Magic. And their last game of the season, they play the Bucks. I know they play the Pacers, and then supposedly they play the Heat and the Bulls. If they do, I think the Sixers have a pretty good chance.
Yeah, you say that every year, and yet they'll find a way to lose to the Celtics without even playing them, or they'll just lose to themselves.
Well, take a listen to this. So they play the Detroit Pistons tonight, and not playing for the Detroit Pistons tonight is Diallo Hamudu, Wayne Ellington. I mean Hamudu
Wayne
Diallo.
Gretzky.
Yeah, Wayne Ellington, Jeremiah Grant, Josh Jackson, Corey Joseph, Rodney Magruder, Dennis Smith Jr. are all out for the Detroit Pistons. So that's 7 players that are unable to play for them. And for the Sixers, Steph Curry is questionable, Joel Embiid is questionable, Furkan Korkmaz is out, and Ben Simmons is questionable.
So basically, their entire core is
So basically, it's G League versus G League tonight.
nice.
But the Pistons were already a G League team to begin with, so
Damn, that's a little harsh now, isn't it?
I mean, except Wayne. I forget. I think his name was
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, Wayne Galensky. Wayne Galensky for the Pistons is really good.
Wayne, but I was talking about Wayne Gretzky for the Piston. How is he? You can say it. I'm hilarious. I'm aware. Okay. Anyway, the Flyers won. That's a miracle. Some miracles happen.
That's a miracle. Oh, Cam York made his
Cam
York made his NHL debut and looked pretty good. It was a new energy for that defense.
Did Tom Wilson play?
I don't think he did.
Yeah,
I mean, if he did play, he was not a factor because he.
You were talking about Cam York versus Tom Wilson in that one game, but like before the game.
I
didn't think Wilson was playing.
I don't know. He might play tonight. So right now,
are they playing the Caps again?
Yes. Wait, I don't think they play tonight because that would be like the
well then tomorrow, whatever.
Yeah, they play tomorrow because I was to say they want to do like
the next
all
game.
3.
That's what I mean.
They want to play all 3 Philly sports teams on the same night again.
Yeah. Well, I don't.
Has there ever been a day?
Never be there will ever be a day where all 4 play on the same day?
It would have to mean the Phillies are in the playoffs. It would have to be on a Sunday or a Thursday. Yeah. And so the Eagles would have to play on a Sunday or a Thursday. The Flyers would have to be playing. The Sixers would have to play, and the Phillies would have to be in the playoffs. All 4 of those things would need to happen, or for them to play all on the same day.
No, the Eagles play on the opening week is early September. The Flyers and Sixers the preseason is September, and then the
well, we're talking. It won't count if it's preseason. It has to be regular season.
Oh well, regular season.
So that's October.
The Sixers don't start the regular season until November.
No, doesn't.
Or is it late October?
I think it's late October, so it would have to be.
No, I'm pretty sure because the Flyers start in early October, so I feel like the NBA is late.
Sixers play their season opener. Well, this year it was in December, so
this year doesn't count because of a certain disease that will get us demonetized if we mention it, even though we're not even monetized.
Yeah. So basically, this is what the NBA playoffs look like right now. There we go.
Mitchell and forgetting how to speak English.
Yes. So right now the play-in tournament, which LeBron didn't want it in the first place and now doesn't want, is so the first matchup would be the Lakers Warriors. That's gonna be a really good match. Especially if like LeBron's hurt and Anthony Davis isn't playing too hot. I can see the Lakers possibly having
LeBron being hurt.
Shocker. Yeah, but I could see the Warriors winning that.
No, that's not the shocker. It's like that's really what you're bringing up.
Yeah, but like I can really see the Warriors moving on and playing Suns, and then I can see the Lakers still winning, but they would be the 8th seed, and they would have to play the Jazz. And
Why would it? Why? How are they the 8th seed?
because so this is how the play-in tournament works. So the eight,
No,
seven,
no, no, no,
eight.
no. I mean, like, how are they that low in the first place?
Well, they're
That's what I
7th
mean.
seed because they forgot how to play basketball.
Oh, that's always good to see. I'm not being sarcastic either.
Yeah, like literally they forgot to play. I think they're like on a. They lost the Trailblazers.
E.
Yeah, it says here the Lakers have lost their last 2 games and are 2-8 in their last 10.
That's pathetic.
And they are 3 games ahead of the Warriors for 8th place, and they're 3.5 ahead of the Grizzlies for 9th place. And
Wow.
they're so literally if they can. So who do they play these last couple games? So they play the Suns. They could lose that. They could lose to the Knicks, and they'll probably win their last 3 games because they play the Rockets, Pacers, and the Pelicans. So they could easily lose 2 games, and then if the Warriors or the Grizzlies go on a winning streak, there's very possible that the Lakers could be in the 9th seed.
Or they can miss the playoff. Oh, right.
I mean, no, they could. If they get to the 9th or 10th seed, if you lose that game, you're out of the playoffs.
I would like to see them miss the playoffs.
I would like to see the Lakers just go from winning the championship to missing the
That would
playoffs
be
into the play-in
hilarious.
round. They would have to lose to like the Spurs in that game. That would be hilarious. LeBron just retires, just like I'm done with this. I can't do this anymore. But he
That would
won't
be
retire. He
hilarious.
said play until his son becomes in the NBA. They'll play a year together on the same team and then he'll
Nah.
retire.
Yeah, they're gonna be like the Griffies.
Yeah, they'll be like the Griffies. I mean, how many years did the Griffies play together on the
Don't
same team?
know. Don't care. All I know is that
Bruh.
Junior's in the Hall of Fame. Senior is. I mean, Junior isn't. I mean, Junior is. Senior isn't. I think.
Why isn't Senior in? I thought he was really good.
Nah, he wasn't much
He
really.
was a meh.
He was all right.
Yeah, so just looking at the Eastern Conference. Oh, it's raining again. That's fun.
It's been raining, or at least over here, it's been raining for a little bit.
Yeah, it just started here. So in the Eastern Conference, let's see, 3 of the 10 playoff teams will have a losing record right now if the playoffs started today.
Yeah,
The
that sounds
Hornets,
about
Pacers,
right.
the Wizards. The Wizards have won 7 of their last 10 because of Russell Westbrook literally remembering how to get triple doubles. And I guess that's a really good thing if you can do that.
Very much is a good thing. I can definitely say that.
And it looks like
Triple double man is back.
the New York Knickerbockers are going to be in the playoffs too. Stephen A. Smith is probably having a large. Yeah, he's like, "What do you mean we're in the playoffs? We're gonna lose." He's gonna say like they're gonna win like the actual like tournament and they're gonna lose like in 4 games to the Atlanta Hawks.
And that would be reasonable.
I mean, the Atlanta Hawks are a really good team. I think they're really underrated.
No, I mean like it would be reasonable that they lose well, like his prediction.
Mm. In music news, rapper Pop Smoke was allegedly murdered by a 15-year-old because he wanted his Rolex, so he just killed him. Bruh.
Man,
That's an epic bruh moment. Todd Frazier, I just realized, so like Todd Frazier got recalled up by the Pirates, and he literally rocks the flip up sunglasses. Like he instead of regularly wearing regular sunglasses or just taking them off, he just has to flip up. So he just goes,
who
"I'm
does?
ready." Todd Frazier.
Oh, is he blind or something?
No, he just has the weird sunglasses.
Why does he like need glasses or something?
Mm-mm. Jared, is there any last things you want to talk about before we start wrapping up today's podcast, which has literally been just
It's
rambling
honestly
about
weird
random
not
things?
being. It's honestly weird not being a typical Philadelphia based thing without talking about the Eagles. So let's not talk about the Eagles so we can stay weird.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really to talk about the Eagles other than nothing really. Nothing has happened with the Eagles. And I honestly, I'm just put this out there. When I'm listening to Philly sports radio, please talk about something else other than the Eagles when it's not Eagle season, please.
And the occasional Phillies.
Yes, when you can, please talk about the
And maybe the
Phillies,
Sixers, but they never
Sixers.
talk about the
Don't
Flyers.
talk. Yeah, Flyers. Well, I mean, they don't deserve it. But the Eagles. It's been a couple weeks since Devontae Smith. Nobody cares that Devontae Smith is talking with people about his weight. We don't care. We would rather hear your opinions. Like I was listening to 94 WIP, and Ike Reese was talking about the Phillies and putting a valid arguments out. And that was a solid 20 minutes. That's the most I've ever heard of them talking about the Phillies on that channel. And I very like
I
that.
disagree. I've heard him talk longer.
Well, when it's an actual Phillies game, not like the Ikes and Reese show, it's always Eagles,
Oh, I can
Eagles,
read. No,
Eagles,
no, no.
Eagles.
The night guy talk. Joe Giglio, I think.
Yeah, Joe
Is
Giglio is a
a lot.
baseball guy, so he talks about them a lot. But like the one show I listen to during the midday, I if I'm listening to the midday, so like whenever I drive to school, when I'm driving home, and when I'm listening at night. In the mornings, I prefer the John Kincaid show because it's really funny, and I don't like the 94 IP guys.
John Marks and I agree. Oh, never mind.
That's not. I think it's mornings with Angelo on 94 IWP. I don't like that. I
Oh,
like
Angelo Cataldi.
yeah. What's it called? John Kincaid show is really good. And then the midday, I hate Mike Missinelli. uh,
I like Mike
I
Missinelli.
mean, I like him, but like whenever I listen, I want to hear about sports, not like what some guy's doing next door to your house for like 20 minutes.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
then
no, that's like the Friday night roundtable for the Phillies radio. It's like they talk about socks. No one cares about socks.
yeah, then I prefer listening to Ikes and Reese, and then at night I like listening to
Ikes and Reese, 10 out of 10 logic.
yeah. Then at night I like watching 97.5. So like 97.5 is great in the early morning and late night, but like 94 WIP is really good in the midday, in my opinion. Well, that is my Philly sports radio knowledge. Anything else you would like to talk about, Jared?
I got nothing.
Well, this has been episode 10, a very eventful episode
Oh
10.
wait, I actually do have a second. This
Ah,
is sponsored by the letter E. E.
E.
That's all I gotta say.
Wow. All right. Well, thank E for coming out today. This was episode 10. This was a great episode 10. I know we should have probably done something more spectacular for our 10th episode here on the channel.
Oh, it was
However,
episode 10? Why didn't you tell me? I would have made a lot of 10 jokes. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have any 10 jokes. There are 10
oh,
out of 10. I can definitely say that.
well, EDP isn't here, so
Oh man.
fist bump.
Why? Why? Why?
Sorry, I had to do it. Well, anyways, this has been episode 10. Thank you once again for coming out and showing your support for the channel. If you came here and watched to the end, you are a true G. This has been episode 10. I'm Mitchell. That's Jared. Thank you once again for watching. See you guys next week.